always try to be really cute and time that right as it loops. But I don't know how effective I ever actually am with it. Okay, see, I touched the slider and I think I made it too loud. Hello again. I keep touching these sliders and I think I made myself too loud and I made the music too soft. Okay, I think it's okay. Hello. Every day I make a different mistake with this. I hit the button, like, and then I realized, I think you should turn the microphone up. Really? It's kind of hard. Because it's so weird. Because it never sounds that way for me. It always sounds, and I feel like that's because my own voice is getting projected right into my head. And so any volume is gonna sound too loud to me. Let me turn this down a little more. And so any volume is gonna sound too loud to me because it's like, how often is your own voice projected right into your head? Not very often. But I always think I'm too loud. But then again, like, I'm biased, so that's a totally different issue. I totally forgot to change the title before, like, actually starting. I hit start and I realized the title was like basically blank and I was like, oh my god. And then I did it before the stream elements message came in and I was like, yeah, I got it on time. And then it popped up and it showed what I changed it to and I was like, oh my god, I'm so fast. And then I realized it's the wrong game and I was like, oh. It doesn't even make sense. I mean, it still kind of applies, but I have to remember to do that more often. I wonder how many times like more adjusted and like routine people like forget to change their category and their titles and stuff like that. Because I was like snooping around on Twitch and like looking at like streams, and the way they categorizes a stream is like whatever you started doing is technically what that stream is like categorized as. So if you start doing like one thing and even if you switch like 5 minutes after, I think it like technically says that like for the entire stream you did that thing until you like actually click on it, I think. But actually I think it's if it's for a VOD, it just says this is a VOD of this thing. Even if you did change it later. Like it doesn't like, it's not like dynamic like that. It doesn't follow the changes in what you actually did, which is, I dislike that a lot. I wish it was kind of like at least with like YouTube, not a lot of people actually do it, but you could technically set like chapters for something. And so like if you started doing something and then you switch to something else, you could be like, here's where I did that. But I don't really think that's possible on Twitch, and like nobody actually even does it on YouTube anyway. I wish more people did it because it's nice, but like for videos, actually I think people maybe do it a lot, but not for a stream. And I wonder if you, I mean, I would assume you could for a stream VOD, but I don't think people really do. But I think it's kind of annoying that like Twitch doesn't like, at least it would be nice if it was like it categorized based on like density. Like if you spent, even if you started doing something and you did it for 20 minutes, but then you swapped and did something else for 2 hours, it was like, okay, you did this for 2 hours, this is what like this stream is of you doing. And it didn't like just say, oh, you started doing this, this is what your stream was. But anyway, just a pet peeve that I noticed. Not that it's like, it's not important. I'm sure it's like not a tremendous deal. I was going to play something else today, but then I guess this is pet peeve hour. I was going to play something else today, and it was a demo that I had found but I guess it was like a limited time demo, which does happen every now and then. Like every now and then, someone has a game, and because Steam Next Fest just happened, and so obviously a bunch of people published demos for that. But every now and then you'll find a demo, and it's like limited time, only from like this week, the start of this week to the end of this week, and no other. And then will be take it down and it's unavailable. And so even though I have it downloaded, it doesn't let me play it. When I go to the Steam page, it doesn't list that there's actually a demo there anymore. So I'm sure they took it down. So won't be doing that one. I should pay more attention to the days on things. It looks like a cute game, but I don't know if it's a game that I would enjoy playing in full, which is again a big part of why I just play demos. I enjoy like just kind of a taste of an experience and then like moving on. But I don't know. It's one of those games where if I tried it and I really liked it, maybe I would be like, yeah, I could see myself playing the full thing of this. But that's why I think more games, if not all games, should have demos, because I don't know, especially in a world where games continue to get really expensive, like giving people the opportunity to try something before like committing to it, and Steam does for like what it's worth. I think, not that I'm a seasoned Steam user, but I remember hearing that you have like, if you play a game less than 2 hours, they like let you refund it. So that is fair. That's fair and that's fine. But overall, I just think demos are a really cool way to let people try something without like dropping money on it. Because yeah, you can refund it, but you still dropped money on it. Like, you still had to pay for that like early experience, which I think is kind of, not that it's bad, because obviously you developed the game and you deserve to get money for it, but I think it's nice to just let people get a taste of games before they actually purchase them, especially because games are like kind of increasingly expensive. But people usually, I mean, at least for me, it's hard because, especially for like larger, more expensive games, I do a lot of my figuring out whether I want to buy them from like watching YouTube videos. So it's like Google or YouTube search like a game and like watch all the videos people make on it and try to see if I like it from there, which is obviously like fine and informative. I mean, that's the old school way where you figure out like what games are popular and what games are all about, watching other people play them and stuff like that. But I think getting a hands-on experience would blow that out of the water completely. So I wonder why game demos aren't a lot more popular. I was thinking about that the other day, like a lot of game demos are actually just like the first half hour, first world, first mission, first, like it's the game, but just a portion of it cut out from the full thing. And what's popular actually with a lot of demos from like larger companies, like Square Enix and stuff like that, when they do game demos, they will make it so that the content that you play, your save data just carries over to the full game, because what you played is actually just the game, and they just put up a wall and said, you can't go any further. This is the end of the demo. If you want to play more, you have to buy it. Which is a really good tactic, I think, in my personal opinion, because you kind of get like that FOMO feeling, like, I was like invested. This was really good. I want to keep going. And when it cuts you off on like a cliffhanger, or like right at that point where you start to get emotionally invested, but you're not so far into the story where you feel like you've really done a lot yet. Like you're ready to dive in, and it's like, oh, hold on, you don't actually own this game. I think that's always really smart, and it benefits the player too. It's not like, oh, you played the demo, now you have to go and like actually play the game. No, you have already played a portion of it for free, and now you get to know you're gonna get your money's worth when you buy it because you know it's something that's right up your alley. So I really wonder why game demos aren't a lot more popular, or they're something that like a developer takes down after. I think the reason they took it down is because the game like officially went live, and it's like officially out now. I think the demo was like before it was out, and now it is out. It was like demo goes down, you could play the full game now. But I don't know. I guess I'd love to see like an actual like study on it, but I doubt anybody's ever done something like that. Like a study of people who, if going from like never hearing about a game, never being interested in a game, are more likely to try or more likely to purchase, I should say, after having played a demo for it, or if it was something they were originally not interested in, if demo really doesn't like affect anything or play or have any like, or isn't like a factor at all. Because I feel like for me, I download like, not really on Steam because I don't super duper use Steam a ton, but I download like every Nintendo Switch demo that there is. Like I follow a Nintendo source, and they have like a database of like all the demos. I think they're missing some, full disclosure, like not to call them out, but I do think they're missing a few, or like some of it isn't completely accurate, but it's like very accurate, updates pretty regularly, and every time they update with new demos that have come out, I go and I see what the new ones are, and I download the ones that I think are interesting, and I've played probably like 20 times more demos on my Switch than I have actual like full length games, because I just love the experience of like diving into something completely new that, again, I probably won't really commit to and buy, but that was like a fun experience for a couple hours. Most recently I'm in the middle of two, and they're both RPGs, and I love RPGs, but they're by the same developer, and this developer kind of does something that I'm realizing I don't love in their RPGs. They are really wordy with their information slash tutorial stuff. It's not that it's handholdy, but that's almost what makes it kind of worse, because they kind of just throw like 15 dialogue boxes or 20 or 25 dialogue boxes of information at you at once and just let you go off on your own. And I'm someone who like really likes to try to understand the available mechanics, especially in an RPG and like a JRPG. And when they give you so much information all at one time, it's really frustrating because I feel like I don't absorb any of it, and I feel like I'm playing not playing the game wrong, but playing it like super unoptimally and like super, like I'm just like, I feel like I'm just missing things that I should be doing and adapting to. So there's that. And so I've spent maybe 3 hours in each of those demos, and I'm not actually at the end of them, but I think the time that I've spent in those demos, a decent amount of it has been reading and rereading those tutorial information, like slides, like those dialogue boxes, so that I could try to understand what in the world was even happening and how to even play the game in the first place. Because there's so many elements, and like JRPGs just always have so many elements to them, but they just get thrown at you so fast. And specifically those games, the first one I did was, oof, I'm not gonna remember the subtitle. It's Phantom Brave, but it's not the first one. I think it's either a remake or just a second installation. It's like Phantom Brave. My brain wants to say The Girl Who Steals Time, but it's not that. That's a subtitle from something completely different, I think. I don't know what that's from. Yeah, it's the newer Phantom Brave. And then the other one is the Disgaea 7 demo. which it took me a long time to get around to actually. Because Disgaea 6 demo was my first time playing a Disgaea game and was one of my first demos that I played ever on my Switch. So like back in like 2017, 2018. So it's been a while since I touched a Disgaea game. I don't remember it being so what's the word? Like not necessarily tutorial heavy, but like throwing all of that information at you. But also it's been a really long time, so even if it did, I probably wouldn't remember it really accurately. But they were both, I'm like 3 hours into both of them and I'm not done. And so then like I want to finish them because I like finishing demos and like uninstalling them so that I can make space for more. Because if I had every demo that um I'd ever downloaded and played, I would run out of space. Truly, I would fill like a I would fill a five, not a 512. I'd fill a 256 SD card easily. Maybe actually a 512. I don't think a full 512, but like I'd be close. Um, but I have to go back and I have to finish those. But I'm kind of dreading it because every time, especially for Phantom Brave, I feel like I'm doing everything in that game completely incorrectly. Disgaea, I feel not as bad about. I feel like I'm kind of getting the hang of mechanics, and that a lot easier. But it's thrown a lot less at me. Phantom Brave through like here are all of the classes and here are all the things that classes are good at and all of their stats, and then you make characters and you put points into their stats and then you like level them up and you unlock more ranks for them, so then you have to make those characters again and put more stats into them because their older ones are going to be weaker. And then here are all the actual gameplay mechanics, like all of these things that you can do and make sure you're not using these characters for this and those characters for that. And it's been like so much and I've just been like, ugh. Like, I like the game and I like the characters, and I think the narrative is so far really cool, even though it's like super early into it. But I kind of dread whenever like we're outside of just a voice acting, storytelling, narrative part, and I actually have to play it, and it's like, oh. And that's so weird because I would have thought Phantom Brave would have been a game that I really enjoyed, but and it's not that I'm not enjoying it, but maybe it's one of those games that I would, and that's why I enjoy the demo, because now I really know how I feel about the early game. But it seems like one of those games that I might have to like come around on. It might take a little while to grow on me. But I've been enjoying Disgaea 7. Disgaea always has really, what's the word? Like charismatic, or what's energetic? Excessive? No, I can't remember the word. Like, eccentric, that's it. This guy always has really eccentric characters, and so it's really like nice to follow along with the story. And I think there are a lot of actual gameplay mechanics, but they're not thrown at me at nearly an insane pace, at least in tutorial format, as they are in Phantom Brave. I think there might be a place in game where I could like read up on more stuff, but like in terms of like what actually gets put in my face, it's a lot more digestible, so that's nice. I forgot completely how I started talking about those though. Oh yeah, the demo that got taken down and how, no, I don't remember how that connected to Disgaea and NIS America and Phantom Brave. Anyway, the game I'm going to play today I think is pretty short, which is why there's an S and question mark in the title, because I don't know. I have another one that I think is really cute and cozy, but you know, the never ending problem with demos is you have no idea how long they are. I've played demos that are like 7 hours long, and I've played demos that are like 30 minutes. So we will learn as we go. But this one's a puzzle game, kind of similar to Mr. Rabbit. Let's see if I did this correctly. Okay, I think I did. The other thing with this is when I'm tabbed out, there's no... Uh-oh. Or is it because I'm not smart? Okay, it might not be because I'm not smart. I think when I'm tabbed out, there's no sound, so let me just tab back in and see how that works. Uh-oh. Nope, I'm not hearing anything. That's so weird. What if I do this? Or is it because... Oh wait, I might have figured out what the problem was. Let's see if that works now. That does sound like it's working. Yeah, I think that's good. It's just that if I tap back into OBS, it disappears. And so the actual audio bar is empty and it makes me think I'm going crazy, but I do think there is sound. Okay. They're very likely are really... Oh, there's a second pin down here. But I can't actually go there, so we'll have to see. I was gonna say that very likely is only 5 levels, but... Or maybe even less than that. Oh, this is loud. No, this is definitely drowning me out. Hold on. Ah. Okay, hold on. That is so loud. This is why it was bad that I couldn't hear it before when I was tapped out, because I have no idea how loud it is in relation to me. Okay, let's see how that is. That's a lot better, I think. I think so. I think that's fine. I think it's a little soft, but I think it's fine. I have no idea what this guy said to me. Oh my god, wait. No, what'd you say? Wait, can I quit the level and come back? Will it tell me again? Or I'll just restart. I wasn't paying attention to what he said. I'm so sorry. Hi there. Would you kindly place me in the vehicle? Okay. I guess this is James, who is an adult. There are no other passengers waiting. Could you press the confirm button? Okay. This is a taxi. This is a taxi. Well, you did not go very far. I feel like you could have walked that distance. Hey, could you let me sit by the window? This is Jordy. Of course, there's 2 seats and 2 window seats. There's 2 of us and 2 window seats. Oh yeah, you're right. So you both want to sit by the window? No, Aurora wants to be alone and Jordy wants a window seat. So I'm assuming Aurora does not want to be seated next to anybody, which, like, that's such a mood. I don't like when people sit next to me on public transportation either. Although, this isn't really public transportation, this is a private taxi that I'm assuming you're taking with your friend? Or maybe not. Is this like a taxi stop? Is this like a... Because there's like a little taxi sign right here. So, I mean, do those exist? Like bus stops, but exclusively for like taxis? This ride's on me from Alexis. Go ahead, you're the famous writer. Come on, it's just a little indie movie. Don't downsell yourself. That's so cool. You have a movie in the world. I'd give anything to be in a little indie movie. Aw. I wish you had auditioned for it. I know. Okay, nothing about where you guys prefer to sit. Oh. Oh, wait. This is still Alexis, who still wants a window seat. and Nat, who wants to be with Alexis, and Ray, who wants a window seat. So Ray can take the other window seat, and Nat can go in the center because they want to be with Alexis. And I think that makes everybody happy. Oh. Wow, I'm littering. This trash can has a lot of trash in it. And this sign just wiggles. I don't think I can break this. I would be very shocked if this sign was so flimsy that I could break it by tapping on it. There's also this thingy, which I don't actually know what this is. Can I close the door manually, or do I have to hit confirm? What about the bus driver? Or the taxi driver? Okay, no, nothing. No opinions, no words. We like a silent taxi driver. Sometimes when taxi drivers or like cab drivers speak, it's like a little nerve-wracking. You never know what type of cab driver you're gonna get, I guess. Full stars. It would be kind of embarrassing if I didn't get full stars on the tutorial. So I'm glad I did not embarrass myself. Okay, 5 passengers right off the bat here. Okay, some of you guys have multiple asks. Anna wants to be alone. Olivia wants to be with Corin and wants a window seat. And so, it points me. There's a little arrow. I was wondering what that arrow was. It points me to who they want to sit with. So this is Corin, and they want to be with Olivia, who is who the arrow is pointing at. Corin, I prefer to sit in the direction of the vehicle, so facing forward. So you would have to have this. Is Corin or Corin? That might be a G. I think this, you have to take the middle seat then, that's it, because that's the only way Olivia would get a window seat. I think you're both happy with that. There's 3 people left. They both only have one ask. You want a window seat. You want to be alone. And you want to be alone. So my only question, I guess, is do these count as window seats? The back is against the window. But I feel like traditionally window seats are where you can look out the window. So these edge seats here. Anyways, I don't think I have to stress that too much, because I can give you this one. Oh, I have to click. Here you go. Or actually, you don't mind not being alone, so I can give you that one. And I can give you this one, and you this one, so that you both have rows completely to yourself. And I'm assuming the check marks mean that I accomplished each ask properly. It's a ooh, this is not plaza. I feel like it would be plaza. I don't know what the little squiggle underneath the C, how it changes the pronunciation. De Catalunya. Thanks. What do you mean? This ain't a taxi. Oh, it's not. You're right. It's not and it's a lot larger. Oops. We just thought it was a really fancy one. Oh, it is. The sign is different than the taxi sign was. This does look more like a limo. Ay, caramba, you're not the group I was supposed to pick up. Oh, I did all that work and you have to get out the car anyway. You aren't the guys who are supposed to be here. Well, since you're already here, I'll take you, but don't say nothing to my boss. That's fine, Chief. I'm not a snitch. That's okay. That was good. Only 5. Oh. This next group is 6 people. Oh, you're dirty. Why are you dirty? I forgot to shower. I forgot to shower, and I prefer a window seat. What in the world? I do not like bad smells. Yeah, I wouldn't blame you for not wanting to be in a confined space with two people who are so dirty that you can see visible dirt clouds and I think what appear to be flies. I want to be with Osseous. I prefer a window seat and I prefer to be alone. And there's two people who don't like bad smells. I prefer window seat, so I'm gonna give you this one. And I know that you want to be with your bestie, so I'm gonna put them next to you. Oh, you wanna... Oh, you both... Oh, so then I have to seat you back here. So these do count as window seats. So that was a question I had, but those are window seats. And then you want to be alone, and you also want a window seat, but you want to be alone. Does this count? It does. Okay, so I think alone just means no one directly next to you. But like if I put you right here, you're so happy because you're still alone. And then I'll just move you over here. Oh, does the... It seems like the bad smell affects a whole row? Because it's not just adjacent seats, because it seems like it's these two. Okay. Well... Everybody's happy. One group, 7 people this time. Okay. Thanks for coming with me to the film festival, Nat. Who might have turned out a limo ride? I do feel a little out of place, though. This does seem to be reoccurring groups of people. Like, this is the person who wanted the acting role in the indie film, and this is the person who wrote the indie film. You're an actor, you belong here too. Just an aspiring actor. Now I could introduce you to the director. Who would want to cast a weird shape like me in a movie? Aw. That is true. Well, there's a couple of things I noticed about Nat that I didn't point out. Nat's the only person who has like gold accents. Like, this is a gold earring, gold on their shoes, and most notably, their name is like highlighted in gold almost. Like, it has like a gold drop shadow and like the lettering is in gold, and that's very different than everybody else who just looks very plain. Oh my god, their eyes follow my mouse. I did not realize that. Look at that. They're watching me. So yeah, that's very different. That's also, I guess, now that it was pointed out, the only diamond here. Bus driver's a square. We got some other squares, triangles, circles, a lot. That's the only diamond we've seen. And Alexis also has some accents, but not as intense in her as, like, Nat's gold stands out a lot compared to just Alexis's green hat. And I guess the important characters will have like standout features, because like even bus drivers got a little something to differentiate him, whereas all these other characters I know we haven't heard speak yet because I don't recognize any of their names. They don't got anything. Okay, moving on. Nat wants to be with Alexis and doesn't like bad smells, so Alexis can go over here, and Nat can sit right next to them. I can't put anyone with a bad smell in that row, so I'll put Annabella in that row. And then you want to be alone, which will be fine. Then you two have no preferences, so I'll just put you here. And you just want to be with Arya, which is this person. And since you both smell bad, I'll put you next to them, and that should be fine. So everybody should be happy now. Nice. That's end of level 2. I do want to go back to the level menu because I got that one and I got that one. Okay, so it might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I might unlock this one, and that might be the end of the demo unless this is a second page that I get to do, but it might just be the 6. Okay, this is about the movie, so this does seem to be an overarching connected storyline. I don't know, honey, I don't think this movie is appropriate for kids. Well, that's good parenting, because there's a lot of parents who do not care. I heard so many stories about from like other when I was in school, like other kids are like, my parents didn't care what we watched. My parents would take me to see R-rated films when I was like 12, and I was like, that's just bad parenting. Please, please, please. Okay, but don't expect to sleep in our bed tonight. That's never happened before. Remember what happened when we saw the hexagon? Oh my god, it's wiggling like it's a terrifying movie. Also, why is there a hyphen? What's the hexagon? Whatever, that was just one time. Okay. 29 stars in this level, and in this specific instance, we've got 9 people, 8 children and their mother. So projector, some more trash cans that I can use to pollute the earth, and that's all for interruptibles. Other than the kids, actually. Yeah, there's 3 adults. I cannot see well from far away. What does far away mean? Like, obviously I can't put you in the back. Oh, I can't put you anywhere but the front. Alright then. You don't want to be next to a kid, and I feel like the easiest way to achieve that is to have you back here. I don't know what the I eat popcorn means. Does that mean... I don't know what that means. It doesn't seem to mean anything important. Maybe it means something in regard to the children. I want to be with my parent, Rashawn. So you can go here. I want to be with my parent, Rashawn. Okay, so I need you guys in a full row. If I put you out here, does that count? No. So you do have to be directly next to them. I want to steal popcorn, which means... But you don't want to be next to a kid. So I need to put you next to Ray, who wants to sit in row 2. Let's push you guys over here for now. What about you? I want to be with Mer. And what does Mer want? To sit in row 3. And what do you want? I want to be with my parent, Ray. So I need Ray over here in this longer row, because I need somebody on the other side of them, and then that should be good. Everybody should be happy with where they are. Double checking my check marks, and full point. Are we still in the movie theater? Oh, we are, and we've got main characters as well as dirty children and popcorn eaters. Nat is very particular. Nat is like, I don't want to be next to dirty people. I always get a popcorn at the movie theaters. They always have a lot of... Oh, I don't want to sit in a dirty seat. And then there's that too. Was this influenced by where I put people in the previous instance. Like, specifically because I seated people with popcorn in these seats, is that why these ones are dirty? That's interesting. Okay, I eat popcorn and I want to sit in row 2. Does anybody want to be with you? There's one person so far. Okay, just one person, so I think I can move you away, especially since you have a very dirty child. Oh wow, you're a dirty child. Wow. That's how bad the, like, people who forgot to shower, this is their area of effect. It's large. It's a whole 9, or I guess 8 seating placements. Wow. Okay, well, you're staying over here because you hopefully will not affect that many people. You don't want to sit in a dirty seat, and you want to be with Gray, who doesn't like bad smells and wants to sit in row 1. I'll put you in the dirty seat then. I'll put Gray in the clean one since Gray is the only one who's that's picky. You want to be alone, no preference about smells, so you can go next to the dirty seat. Alexis does not like bad smells, and Nat does not want a dirty seat. So, you guys don't have a preference about row? Damn, Alexis is furious that Nat was not immediately next to them. Anastasia does not want to be next to a kid. And Olivia doesn't like bad smells and wants to steal popcorn, which is easy enough because I still have somebody who eats popcorn remaining. And then you just don't want to be next to a kid, which I can accommodate very easily because all my kids are already placed and kind of really well packed into where they're sitting. Alright, I think we're all good. I have not been to a movie theater in a very, very long time. Hey, that actor on the screen looks just like me. They're here at the festival. Wanna go say hi? Maybe later. Come on, Nat. You know you always want... You know, whoa. Sorry, cannot read. You know you want to. It's what you've always wanted. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm ready yet. It's too much pressure. Alright. I won't push you. We can go get something to eat instead. I'm starving. Nat has a popcorn. Just eat that. Seating at a movie theater is always tumultuous. I didn't relate as much. Yeah, it's specifically the seats where I put people who had popcorn, which is interesting. Huh. Okay. Specifically when... So if I encounter, like, a situation where... If I encounter a situation where I'm unable to complete it, I wonder if there would be a situation where I was unable to complete it because of the way I seated people. I'm so glad that you like At Worst too. I love the series, but I can't stand the fans. Oh, I feel like I missed one. They all wear those stupid cowboy hats that block the screen. Oh. Oh, I thought those were collectible popcorn buckets. That is funny. Because I think very recently certain movie campaigns have had like very extravagant collectible popcorn buckets that you could like wear or like use as accessories or something. They are, but they're hat shaped, so what do you think people do with them? That makes sense. Give a man a hat shaped popcorn bucket and he will put it on his head. Like I was saying, I didn't relate very much to the... I wonder, can I move people? Actually, I can. I can move them even outside of placing them in a seat. That works well for organization. I didn't relate very much. I'm wearing my big hat. And you can't see well from far away. I didn't relate very much to the taxi debacle because I don't take taxis a ton. Even though, you know, applying it to public transportation, like, again, don't like when people sit next to me, don't like sitting in dirty seats, which is a lot more common on public transportation, unfortunately. You want to steal popcorn, and you don't want a dirty seat. Do you have preference about smells? No. So this is fine. Oh, if I put... That makes a lot of sense. If I put them all the way up, it doesn't affect these seats here because it's just the immediate surroundings. What was I saying now? Oh, right. I don't relate a ton to the taxi stuff, but movie theaters sittings is always very tumultuous because there's a lot of people who don't really care if they are seated in the correct seat at all until, you know, you come around and it's like, hey, you're in my seat. And then you have to, I want to be near the center of the room. Where would be the center? I guess the center would be here. Would you be mad if I put you, like, down here? Yeah. Would you be mad if I put you over here? Or right here? Yeah. Makes sense. And you don't want a dirty seat, which means I have to move you into the dirty seat, and I'll put you over here. I don't understand why people just sit in the wrong seats in movie theaters, especially because nowadays you specifically buy the seats that you want. So if the seat wasn't available when you were checking out, likely it's because somebody else purchased it and wants to sit there. And so I think it's just a little strange to sit in the incorrect seat and then be like, oh my god, sorry. But it's like you knew somebody was coming and was gonna tell you to move because you didn't buy the seat, and you didn't buy the seat because it wasn't available, and the seat wasn't available because somebody else bought it, and somebody else bought it so that they could sit there. So then why'd act surprised that someone came to sit there who isn't you? But, you know, humans are... they don't really make a lot of sense sometimes, and that's just life. I play loud music. Oh, that's awful. I'm so sorry. No one likes the person who plays loud music on the bus. You really should not do that. And you're picky enough to be like, I don't like bad smells. Well, you play loud music on the bus. Let's fix your problem first before being picky enough to give someone else a problem. So this is easy peasy. What? Oh, this is a standing area. This is new. That's new and that's interesting. You want a window seat with your parent. Makes sense. You want to sit next to a kid, and you just prefer to sit. So now people have preferences about sitting and standing, and you play loud music and don't like bad smells. So I'm putting you all the way in the back of the bus because nobody wants to hear the loud music that you're going to start blasting, I guarantee. People have headphones, they're reading books, they're listening to podcasts, they're sometimes even doing their homework. Nobody wants to hear that, so I'm putting you way in the back. Be considerate of other people. This is really interesting. People are staying on. It's not resetting after every instance, and your friend left you, which I'm very sorry about. But you want to sit next to another kid, so I do have to put that kid next to you because that's the only other kid we've got. You are not... I might have to move you if I'm being completely honest. Because you don't like bad smells, and I've got some smelly people coming on. and I don't know where to put them other than in these back few rows. I want to talk to somebody, but I prefer a window seat. Nobody listens to me. And do you want to talk to somebody? So you guys... Huh. The area of effect of this is very odd. It's like... I don't even know how to explain it. But it's, I mean, at least it's showing me what it is. You forgot to shower and prefer to stand. You can't stand loud music, that's chill. And you want to be alone, so that's chill. Everybody's good now. I feel like I'm going to need to move a couple people around as we go into the next section, but for now, everything's good. Lots of people playing music. 3 people playing loud music. At least 2 of the loud music players are right next to each other, and there are no loud music players in the back of the bus, so the back of the bus can at least be relatively peaceful aside from the person who forgot to shower and is very visibly dirty. Hey, will you wake me up when we get to school? And no fair, you always sleep on the bus. When's it gonna be my turn? But you sleep during class. That's the problem. I don't want to get scolded again. That is unfortunate. Here's my unprofessional opinion, I think we should be sleeping at night in our homes, in our beds, on time, so that when we go to school we can be awake and alert, and then on the bus, especially because this is a public city bus, we can be awake and alert. I think it's one thing if you take a school bus, but even then, you know, I have a story of like a person I once saw they were sleeping on the school bus, and bus drivers for school buses are supposed to check, oh, you need to be seated next to somebody in order for them to talk to you. Okay, you can't talk to a standing person. I think that's valid. I think that's fine. I think you could, but preferences, of course. In school buses, drivers are supposed to check at the stop at the school that all the kids have gotten off before they sit back down and drive away. And on this day, the bus driver did not check that all the kids had gotten off on the school bus, and there was somebody sleeping at the back of the bus. And it sounds really bad on my part, but I knew that there was somebody who hadn't gone off the bus and was sleeping because it was my neighbor, but I was a really quiet kid, and I didn't really like speaking to people, and so I didn't say anything because I was like, oh, obviously the bus driver is going to get up and check, because they do it all the time. You see them do it all the time. They get up, they check, they make sure there's nobody on the bus, they look at the aisle on the right, they look at the aisle on the left, and they walk back and forth, and they check, and they make sure that sometimes they find something that somebody left behind, and they come off and they give it, you know, it's part of their job. Like, it's part of the due diligence that they're supposed to do. Sorry, I need to play the game. It's part of the due diligence that they're supposed to do as part of their job. So I didn't think much about it. And I walked into school, and I went to school, and I had heard later, because they were my neighbor and we got on the bus at the same stop, that if the bus driver didn't realize for a really long time. And when they did figure it out, they made the kid get off the bus and walk back to the school, despite the fact that you're next to somebody who will talk to you, are you not? Will Nat not talk to you? I guess not. Is this Nat? This is Nat. But Nat doesn't want to sleep in. I prefer an I'll sleep. I'll seat. And I want to sleep, and I prefer a window seat. Wait, what do you mean? I don't get it. Is the smell interrupting your seat? Your Jesus. Your sleep. The smell does interrupt your sleep. Nat doesn't like bad smells either. You prefer to be alone. And you just don't like bad smells, so you can talk to them. Oh. Sorry, wrong person. Oh. The loud music makes it impossible to sleep. I'm a little confused. I want to talk to someone. So, it might be that, right, the people who want to talk, I don't understand why that was happening then. Because they're both sound asleep right now, but you also want to talk to someone. But you're just gonna have to talk to somebody smelly. I don't get it. Because they're sound asleep and this guy's here. And he's stinky. But if I put you here, then they wake up. That's very odd. They can go up here. They're fine up here. I think everybody's happy now. Yeah, but the bus driver made that kid walk back to school alone. And they were a decent amount of the way away from the school at that point. They had driven away. They weren't like, they were within walking distance, I guess, but like they weren't at the school anymore, and they made the kid get up, wake up, and walk back to school. Did not even drive them back. And this is the story I heard from their actual parent. And based off of my experience, it kind of checks out, because I remember like kind of looking out for that kid during the school day. We weren't in the same class, but remember, I noticed that they were on that bus, and it was worrying me the entire time that they weren't in school, because I was like, why did they not get off the bus? Like, I knew they were on the bus, but I was like, I know how this works. I know bus drivers check. And they didn't show up for a really long time. And then they did, and I was like, okay, they're here now. But I was really anxious throughout that day, because I was like, I should have said something. I should have told somebody. I can't believe the bus driver just drove away with them still on that bus. Even though I saw them driving away too, right? And I was like, oh, that's a little odd, because I didn't see them get off the bus. But I was like, if you've never taken a school bus, it probably sounds crazy, but like during pickup and drop-off time at schools, the roads are so congested, because there's parents dropping off their kids in cars. Who's Mason? Who's Makia? Oh, this is you. The stinkies can't be near the kids. Ugh, you can't be near the kids either, because then they're not gonna be able to sleep. I gotta move them back. Does anybody have an aversion to this guy? Yeah, I gotta swap him. Okay, that's a lot better. I saw the bus driving away, but I was like, the school area during pickup and drop-off is so congested, with parents dropping off their kids, picking up their kids, depending on what time of the day it is, in their cars. And then you have school buses, and there's also usually some sort of public transportation that exists, like not super far away from all of that. So I didn't say anything, because I was like, oh, they are going to drive away, like drive down the block. They're not going to go very far. They're going to come and they're just going to like pull over somewhere and then check, but they're just going to like move away so that they're not immediately in like the space where other cars need to pull in and pull out and other people have to drive by. You can't stand that music and you don't like bad smells and you want to sleep. I think this means I can just put you two right here and you'll be fine. No, somebody's not happy. I don't know who it is. Oh, you want a kid next to you. I'm sorry. I did not realize your friend left you again. There you go. I thought they were just gonna pull away into an area that was a lot less dense with cars and traffic and all of that stuff so that they could just do it without like the pressure of like being in the way on their back. So at first I was like, you know, I rationalized it in my head because it makes sense. But then the kid didn't show up for a while. And I was like, oh, that is scaring me, honestly. Like, I don't know where they went. In truly in my mind, because I'm such a, like, an anxious and, like, worried person, I was like, what if they just don't show up? What if no one ever sees them again and I was the last person who knew what happened to them and that they were on that bus? And the bus driver drove away with them on that bus, because I had never seen that happen to anybody else. It had never happened to me. I didn't even know where buses went. I didn't even know where the school bus went after I dropped the kids off at school. Honestly, so that was really worrying to me. But I should have met that actor when I had the chance. Yep, you should have done that, Nat. And Alexis isn't even with you anymore. I never thought a shape like me could make it in show business. Ah, that's why you said that actor looked like you, because they were like actually physically shaped like you. I wasn't sure what that was meant to imply, because I thought it was almost implying that Nat was the actor in the film, but that didn't make sense because Nat was like, they didn't get a part and they didn't audition. Anyways, you completed. I think this is level 4. I'm loving this narrative. It's really cute, actually. I don't love that it counts all my thumbs up, all my likes individually, because I imagine when you get to levels where you're doing like hundreds, that little animation takes quite a while. But it's not so bad as of right now. So do you think this group takes requests? Well, they're musicians. Are they a band? Maybe, but I don't know if they'll take yours. Why? I see. Well, you can't expect riffraff to share my refined taste. What type of music do you like? Oh, you are not happy about that insinuation. They don't get many requests for postmodern neo avant-garde indie wave. I know what all of these words mean in theory. In isolation. Actually, what does neo avant-garde mean? I think I barely know what avant-garde means, let alone neo avant-garde. And then postmodern, I guess that's really confusing because isn't modern now? Like, it's not antique, it's not ancient, it's not old school. Modern is now. So how do you do postmodern if modern is where we are? And then indie wave. Look, I'll actually be honest, I'm not a huge music connoisseur on it. All of these words kind of, I'm interpreting what they mean almost independently of music. But indie wave, I can't interpret independently of music, and I actually just don't know what that means. So that seems like music genre word vomit to me. Of pearls before swine. I don't think I've heard that idiom before. Say it? What does that mean? Before swine. Hold on. I'm looking that one up. Pearls before swine. Oh, it's a series of comics. So I'm gonna need to say pearls before swine, meaning so offer valuable things to people who do not appreciate them. Ah, Ash is just too good for you. Alright then. Less thumbs up for this one. So I assume we will not be hitting the hundreds anytime soon. Nat and Alexis are here again. Rio is in the band. What does that mean? Do I have to put you... Oh. I have to actually put you on the stage. Are the Glasses members... Yeah, Glasses brand members are the ones who are in the band. Oh, and they're playing music. Now that they're all on stage together, that's nice. Okay. Nat and Alexis want to be together, and Foluk wants to dance, so there's space for you on the dance floor. Alexis does not want to dance, so wants to be sitting at a table. I see they're getting innovative. Innovative? See, that sounds so robotic. Innovative. They're getting creative with how the bad smelling people, the stinky people, how they affect the people around them, because now everybody's not really situated in a grid, so they gotta mix it up. So if I put you here, you're hurting someone's sinuses, and if I put you here, then you're hurting somebody on the dance floor. So I'll leave you there. Sure doesn't like strong odors. Oh, I didn't realize you wanted to dance. I'm so sorry. You can dance over here. Actually, it's probably a better decision to move you over there because you're affecting technically less people, because you're affecting 4 dancers here, and then just 2 dancers and 1 seated person. And then Alexis does not want to dance and just wants to sit with Nat. So everyone is having a great time. Yeah, I think everybody's good. Oh. Very little people left. I think 1 person left. 5 people showed up. So I get a little sticky very quickly. You have no preference about smell, so I will put you over there. You're a kid and you want to be right next to the speakers, and I can't say that I advise that, but your parents aren't here, so you can do whatever you want. I can only imagine this is damaging your eardrums a little bit more every second. You guys don't seem to be upset that there's a 3rd person at this table, which is good to know. I'm sorry, Dahlia, you're wearing too much cologne as a child? 1, I'm shocked you're self-aware enough to even realize that. And then 2, why did you put on cologne today as a child to come to this park and listen to this band and dance? You want to be next to the speaker too. What does next to the speaker mean? Like if I put you here, no, you're not close enough, which means I need to move this chick. Sorry, kid. I meant to say child, and then I guess I forgot the word, and then I just said chick. You want to sit, which is okay, and you want to dance, but you're wearing too much cologne. But I don't think that's... Oh, you don't like strong odors. I am so sorry. You gotta swap. Okay, I was going to say you're wearing too much cologne, but I don't think that actually affects anyone here. But there is someone who is not a fan of strong odors, so I will keep you away from them. Hey Nat, remember that actor that looked like you? How could I forget? I should have had the guts to speak to them. Don't stress about it. a rhombus like me doing my dream job. I have so many questions for them. Wait, pulled some strings and found out they're filming in Brussels. Brussels, huh? Maybe it's finally time for me to take a chance. Leave it, you. Follow your dream. Thank you, Alexis. I will. For this, I don't have to hover over everybody and make sure that I accomplished their asks. Because if I didn't... Oh, a lot of people left. Well, like 3. But... Well, we lost 3 people and we gained like 8, so... It's gonna be tight, I think. I only have 9 available slots. So there's only gonna be 1 available at the end of this instance. Which means I think there's really only like 1 configuration where everybody is happy. You are wearing too much cologne and you don't want to dance. Who is sensitive to odors? Why are so many of you wearing too much cologne? Especially like another child. Oh. There's 4 people. Oh. There's 5 people here wearing too much cologne. No, there isn't. Yes, there is. That's insane. What's up with today? And, well, to be fair, the majority of them are children, so I feel like I can't. It's probably more accidental than anything. Cannot stand loud music, but you want to dance. Contradictory, but okay, pop off. I have 2 more people who want to dance. Teo wants to sit, and so you want to be with Teo. No other preference other than that, and I appreciate that. Not picky. My first person with 3 preferences. Oh, well, not really preferences. Because one of them is that you are wearing too much cologne. You also want to dance and can't stand loud music. And you want to dance, but you don't like the smell of cologne. What if I put you here? Oh, that works out. And then I've got 2 more people who want to dance, and they are not picky. Oopsie. There we go. And I miscounted. There are 2 seats that are open. I don't know how I did that. Anyways, I'm not gonna hover over everybody because there's like 14 people minus the band members, and I just don't want to. If something's wrong, it'll tell me with a thumbs down over the notebook. Don't forget to add the game to your wishlist on Steam. Solve all levels with a perfect score to unlock the special level. Well, I did solve all of them with a perfect score. And so I guess I unlock the special level. Is there another... Nope, just a to be continued, which I assume is just because this is a demo, and I think this game is unreleased, but it's incredibly cute. And I love that there's a narrative to it. A lot of times, puzzle games don't super have a narrative, or not one that is like really in your face, and like easy to follow along with. So I love that this one is like, these are the characters, these are their story, these are their personalities, and it's really like straightforward with it. Matthew says there's not enough food, and Angela says there's plenty to go around because we're supposed to share. So just sit at the side of the table with the dish you want to eat. Oh, I see. Some classic Spanish tapas. Exactly. Everyone can get what they want. Okay. Special level dinner party. Just 1 instance, but it's looking like there are... What is this? 17 people? I don't want to actually like count. Yeah, it's looking roughly like there's 17 people without me actually doing work to count. So you have a crown. So you're getting married. And so I'm assuming you sit up there. You're getting married. And so I'm assuming you sit up there. Congratulations. to both of you. There are flowers, which are the only thing I can interact with. It's oh, I am so sorry. I ruined their wedding day. I can't even pick it up. Okay, that's just like that then. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's start with Nat and Alexis. Oh, Nat and Alexis don't necessarily need to be next to one another, but I'm putting them next to one another anyway because they are compatible. Are there anybody else? Okay, you want to eat cheese. Is there anybody else with like one request like that? You want to be close to the newlyweds. Okay. I wasn't aware that people were going to be asking to be close to the newlyweds like that. Let's see who else. I can't put these two over here then. I need them elsewhere because I've got more people who want to be close to the newlyweds. I'm assuming there's one more person who needs to be seated up here. Oh, Jenny does not want to be next to Alexis. Damn, what happened there? I need the lore, but the game doesn't exist past this point. Okay, nobody else wants to be next to the newlyweds. I do not want to share a table with someone elegant. I do not like the smell of cologne. Are these elegant people? Nope, just the newlyweds. Assuming the elegant people are wearing the top hats, you just want to eat fish. And you don't want to be next to Alexis, which I'm still so nosy about. But you want to talk to somebody, which means I need to find you somebody to talk to. Is it you? Oh. You want to be with Jade? Okay, which means swapsies. And you don't want to share a table with somebody elegant, which means swapsies here. And I need to put... Oh, I want to be with my parent. Matthew, okay, that's fine. I prefer to be next to another kid. That's who I was going to put you with anyway, because I need all the elegant people here so that you, which sharing a table with somebody, I mean, I guess they make you look bad in comparison, but it feels a little picky. Who are you going to talk to? I don't know. Oh, it affects... Okay. I don't know how to find you somebody to speak to. I need to find you someone... This is perfect, actually, up here, actually. You two are perfect over here, and I assume you two are perfect over here because you're both elegant. I want to talk to someone, and I want to talk to someone. Huh. Can you have a three-way conversation? You can. I need you... Your only rule is to not... Gold diggers. Oh my gosh. That's harsh. Your rule of not being next to anybody elegant is really frustrating. In terms of in terms of conversation, It's everybody except the person across the table. But like if I put you here, see, I can't. So I need you over there, but then there's no one for you to talk to. Huh. Unless I moved Alexis. Then Alexis wants to talk to somebody, and there's nobody to talk to Alexis. And Alexis has too much perfume on. Or cologne, or whatever. I wonder if cologne is like used as like a general word in this sense. Because like the kids are wearing it. Everybody's wearing cologne. You wouldn't. Yeah. I can't do that. That's so odd because I cannot move any of these people to this table because they're all fancy. You don't want to be next to a kid. Oh, I'm sorry, you don't want cheese. And you don't want to. Hardest level so far, but I guess that checks out because it's the secret level. There's 3 people who want to talk to someone, so the 3 of them have to sit together. When you say that you want to be close to the newlyweds, see, I can't move close to the newlyweds, like you, but you're not. Oh, yeah, you're not close enough over here. I need these 3 to be together, unfortunately, because there are 4 fancy people, which it would imply that I have to put a fancy person here. You have to be close to the newlyweds, and you have to be close to you. Unless the newlyweds don't need to be at the newlywed table, I guess. Oh, no, yes you do. Thank you for the raid. Lumiere de Toll, I hope you had a good stream. Thank you very much. This would be my last level of this game if I could figure out if I could figure out how to. I have one person that needs to see. Hello. Hope you had a good stream. We were also playing this. Oh, did you do the secret level? The get perfect points on all the other ones, and then you unlock this one. This is the last one I have, and I just have one guy, and I don't know where they go. I think I've figured it out for the most part, but I'm getting tripped up with this picky guy who doesn't want to be seated next to elegant people, and an odd number of people who want to have conversations. What up, raccoon attack? I don't know what that means. Oh, that's what it means. Makes sense now, yeah, I get that. That is a raccoon attack. Cute though. Oh, you hate Alexis's guts. That's so funny. I need to know why. Okay. I want to talk to someone. I want to talk to someone. I want to talk to someone. Let me just double check. Nobody else is unhappy with not being able to talk to someone. Because if I had an even number, this would make it so easy. Hmm. Should I restart? Should I swap tables? The only person who needs to be here is you, because you want cheese and you want fish. You also want fish, but I can't put you at this table because you would. Actually, that might be where the problem is. If I move all of the elegant people to this table, then. Oh, but you don't want to be next to Alexis. Only boy. Yeah. You don't want to be next to Alexis, so it's fine if I don't put you here, but I can't put you here because now you're pissed at me. Okay, so I have to move you here. I know you hate children. I'll get I'll get there. Actually, I can't because they're they're both wearing cologne. I can't have two people wearing cologne at this table with this guy here. Thank you so much for the follow. And thank you for being my 30th follow after I fixed the counter because it was wrong. It was wrong last time and it was saying like I had one more than I did. So this is my official 30th. This guy man. 30 not bad. I know. Thank you so much. Oh, and you want to talk? You're wearing too much cologne. Yeah, I have to move you away. But I'm 10 years younger than 30? Oh no, I mean, I didn't say. Hold on. Was there a miscommunication? There was 30 followers, not 30 years old. And congrats, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Why do you hate? I look at people so much. Oh my goodness, okay. There's no cheese at this table. It was salad. Ew, fish, okay. No, I'm just going. Oh, okay, okay, okay. You're wearing too much cologne. If I move. You want to eat fish? Can I put you over here? Oh, wait. Is that it? Did I get it? Oh no, I'm late. It's fine. I mean, I did just place the very last person. I think I got it. Not seeing a thumbs down. Everybody seems happy. Yeah, I think that's it. Raccoon attack. Oh, you're not too late for the raccoon attack either. I've been officially sufficiently attacked by raccoon. Took seven business days. Hey, it raccoon got lost in the mail. It happens. It happens. Okay, that was the last one. That was cute. I like that. I wish there was more. I wish there was just one page more. Got distracted by some trash. I mean, hey, if you see something, you just gotta go for it, you know? I've been distracted by trash before, I think. Not in the same way a raccoon would, but like, hmm, that's a strange thing that's in this trash can. Shapeism is actually kind of tight. Hey, you take that back. My dog is not trash. Okay, that is. Oh, that just closed it. I didn't know it was gonna. I don't know what I thought the the exit button was gonna do. Obviously, it would close the game. And that's so silly of me. It just popped. It just went away. Okay, that makes sense. Um, here, I'll turn this on. I had another one. I thought that I could play because I was like, I feel like that one's gonna be short. Yeah, you're right, dog stuff aren't trash. I I was like, puzzle games, puzzle demos are normally on the shorter side. Be a nice color combination. Thank you, thank you. Colors, you're up on stream. What does that mean? Colors, you're up on stream? The other one I've got isn't so much a puzzle. Actually, let me check. Colors. Oh, I'm colors. Ah, I see, I see, I see. This one is Management Life Sim based on Steam tags. But I think this guy, I know, I saw. I see the call me twine or colors, whichever you prefer. Okay. I think colors is cute. I just didn't originally notice it because like I was focusing on the beginning of the and this guy. You're pointing down, so there's nobody down there. Well, now there is. Okay, you figured it out. Now you're it's all in order now. You got it. Let's see if I can open this one and I don't know if I'll play all of this one. Let's see if I can open it and capture it real quick and then thank you so much for the follow. Oh, wait. Yeah, thank you. I see it. Oh no, it's not opening. Wait, I see it. It's here. This one is buffering very long. Let's see if I can capture this. I hate capturing. I hate not capturing before. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Drama. Are we back? Are we good? Okay. This one is hefty. It's like lagging me out a bit. Okay. I see, I see. Let's see if I can do the exact same thing with mine. I had to capture it while I was on stream too. I know. I hate it so bad. Was not fully prepared with all my demos. Here we gotta walk my dog. Have fun. Yeah, I hate capturing. Oi, oi, this one is taking me out. Oh my goodness. Heavy game. And it keeps full screening me and taking me out of window mode, which is annoying. At least that's what we do, we ball. Oh my gosh, hold on. Let's see if I can get this captured first and then I'll figure out the rest of it. It's a joint walk, they walk each other. That's nice. I've never walked a dog. Walk with each other, rebonding. See, it's friendship. It's a mutual. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. Hold on. Let me try this one more time. Okay, let's try it like this. talk about our plans for the day? Does the dog do a lot of contributing to that conversation? I feel like we should be a little concerned if it's contributing a whole lot to that conversation. Alright, let's... Oh, that's in front of my face. Now let's try that. Okay, that's not awful. There's black borders though, which I don't think I need. I think this is better. Passerby POV, what the hell? I would do that with my cat, but she just gives me side eye and tells me her plans are sleeping. That sounds like cat plans, yeah. I need to be concerned about, because that's another day on his side. Okay, one sec. I'm gonna see if I can grab audio. I hope this does not take out my whole computer. Because this game seems pretty heavy for whatever reason. And let me just do this so that I can actually hear it. Okay, let's mute this and see if this worked. Oh, this looks cute. I love bookshops. I'll have to add this to my list too. I know, I saw this one and it's like a cozy bookstore management life sim, and I was like, this seems right up my alley, and I think it might even have a little bit of lore to it as well. Oh, that is loud. Oh my god. Wait. I can't. I'm stuck. I can't. The window won't let me. I can't get out. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do this the not way that I wanted to do it. Okay. Whew. I'm turning that all the way down. Okay. What about now? Okay, that's a lot better. I didn't want to do the small. I was trying to get my way back. Actually, there was something I could have done. Actually, I'm not gonna click a bunch of buttons now, right now, and I finally got it to work. Ooh, I do love added lore. Last time we just did was Undusted, and my goodness, it had it was sad. Oh, I hadn't heard of Undusted. I'll write that one down too. Undusted, yeah, I love a demo with lore. Because, normally they'll just be like, here are all my game mechanics. But a lore too. The other one I'm interested in is what is it called? Oh my god, I had it written down. It's something tiny delivery company? Something like that. That one seems a little kind of maybe spooky, maybe a little sad too, but it has good like people seem to say good things about it, and it has a demo, so I want to hop into it one day. It's also cozy when you clean things. Oh my god, another one of these. Now I have to do the small thing again. Okay. And thank you so much, Lumir, for the follow. Okay, I got it. I always get at least one, but I got rid of it. The main character's mom left and dad never came back. Oh, sad for real. Bots, freaking bots, yeah. There's always at least one. Okay, please don't crash my whole computer. I'm begging. There's a little bit of lag, but we can stand a little lag. Today's the day. I've packed up my things, leaving everything else behind for a quiet life by the sea. This is cute. I feel like I've always kind of said that like when I get like older, I was like I kind of just want to like go live in the middle of nowhere, you know? Like just so far away from like cities and suburbs, just like cabin in the woods type of feel. And so I kind of vibe with this. This just moving, just like packing up everything and moving away. I vibe with the lag feels natural for me. Lag feels natural? What does it mean it feels natural? I feel like there's no tutorial here. Oh, I'm just speaking too soon. My mind would have said you must be the new bookseller. Strong agree, honestly. Yeah, with them moving out. I heard so much about you. From who? Who could have told you anything about that? Oh, don't worry, I have my sources. Okay. First old lady we meet in this town, keeping secrets from us. Anyway, welcome to our quaint little town. I'm glad you've decided to stop by. Thought you might need somewhere to show you the ropes. Someone to show you the ropes around here. I'm Tilt. Oh, I should probably change the game I'm playing. I'll do it in a second. I used to run the local bookstore here before my retirement. Lovely to meet you. You see, you should know that us Bookstonians have very particular taste of books. Is that the name of the city? The name of the town? Bookstonia? Bookstonia? I, for example, prefer to read classic and crime novels and not much else. So why don't I have a look at your selection and see if I can find something worthwhile? Okay, well, I have crime and I have classic. I think this means how many I have in stock. Oh, yeah. Bravo, you had the right book on hand. Okay, I went down one. When a customer finds a book, they will keep looking for more. Sorry to be around, but I unfortunately have to get some sleep. That's totally fine. I don't know if it's as late for you as it is for me, but it's like 2 a.m. in the morning for me, so totally understand. Enjoying your followers, they're a delight. Feel free to check me out if you enjoy cozy vibes too. Hope you have an absolutely wonderful rest of your stream. Have a great night, everybody. You too. I hope you have a great night and a great sleep. And again, thank you for the follows and for the raid. That was very sweet of you, and I really appreciate it. Same. Yeah, you too. When a customer finds a book, they'll keep looking for more. You're gonna take classic now too, right? Oh, sadly you didn't have the right book on offer. Oh, you're looking for a specific one, but I do have classic books. That's interesting. Even though you may have the right genre, whether people actually take one home depends on your sale chance. Oh, I only have a 22% chance of sale here. Well, I had a 16% chance with crime, so I'm shocked you didn't find what you were looking for from the 22, but I digress. You can check your sale chance at any time by hovering over the genres on the right. I did that. My highest sale chance seems to be 35 with, 43 with travel books and fact books. And my lowest is crime. The sale chance shows the odds that someone might find a book they like because the chance is based on how many books you have in your shop. So having 10 means there's a higher chance somebody will find something they like. That makes a lot of sense. It will decrease as you run out of books throughout the day. So as you make sales, you'll get less sales in return. Managing to sell that last book of a genre is the mark of a great bookseller. Well, I will try my best, but I had 3 and I couldn't manage to sell one, so it's not looking great so far. Do I stock books anywhere or do I just wait? There's a guy out here. Tilt had something that she affected, but I wasn't paying much close attention. My bookstore is also very small. It seems like only, oh no, a second person's going in there. Oh, you wanted a fact, but there was a 40, I guess 43 is less than half. I got incredibly lucky with that crime book sale now that I'm thinking about it. Oh, when I'm hovering, time stops. I did think that was lag, but it's just, time is actually just stopping. Okay, you got a travel book. Are you gonna purchase? Oh, you purchased a crime book, Jane Austen, or classic. Sorry, not crime, classic, Jane Austen. Hi there. You're the bookseller, right? I see you already talked to Till. Did she know everything about you already? Yeah, she oddly did, even though I literally just drove over here. Yeah, she does that. Told me all about the review before I even started my job. Oh, I'm talking about the Buxtonbury Review. It's the local paper. Yeah, I sort of write for them. My name is Fern Estrada. Glad to meet you. Your arrival is kind of the only interesting thing that's happened around here in a while. So you have to excuse my nosiness, but it's sort of my job to write about you now. That's sweet. How about you help me out by answering a few of my questions, and I'll give you a free subscription in return. You might appreciate the events calendar, and people often sell used books in the classifieds. Interesting. Right, so for the record, what made you come to Buxtonbury? Hmm. I wouldn't say wanted an adventure. I would say needed an escape. This seems like an escape kind of city. Somewhere you go to like decompress, like a good away from everyday life kind of place. Oh, wow, I kind of feel the same way. I hope it works out for you. Okay, and what's your first impression of the town so far? Um, Windy's interesting because I was looking at these flags and they are just consistently blowing, but we are by the sea, so that makes a lot of sense. I think it's friendly, but I also don't really have a ton to go off of. Don't worry, it really is. People might be meddlesome, but they only have the best intentions. Thanks so much for the little interview. I really appreciate it, and I promise you'll have your first copy of the review by tomorrow morning. That is a fast turnaround time. Writing a whole, writing up a whole interview paper. I'll have a look at your selection now, if you don't mind. See you around. Let me really quickly change what my thingy says. And maybe take the audio up just a smidge because it is pretty low. Here we go. And let me grab this. Okay. That sounds, I think, a little bit better. You can hear the sound effects. I think nicer. So a lot of well, not a lot of service, but a lot of customers for day one. You'd think I'd have to gain a little bit more, like, status, but a lot of people stopped by on my first day, I think. And so then we just close up and we drive away, okay. Sometimes equipping an item is bad for your business, but good for the vibes. That's cute. Books and review filled with articles, events, and items for sale. Thanks, Fern. Wow, okay. Books and review on that affects it. Okay. Seven. Did it give every genre? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It did. Has some like this. Equipped 2% to draw sale chance and 2% to danger. Oh, my bookstore can be danger. It's a cactus, I guess. Item bar. Don't like. Oh no, there it is. Oh, I think I'm supposed to be good at it anyway. The nearest book I hold your item to place it up. It's like some items or daily expenses. Okay, I forgot it. So is it like gas? To remove it, simply click it. You can decorate inside or outside. Just click here. Okay. Create categories. Try some paint. We can do actually. Oh, I picked it back. It's literally called. Just click the first one that's over. The bucket on paint. Look for a white dot. So, okay, I could paint the interior text and the same design. That's equipped plus 5% to custom. Oh, look. Folding tables. A coin to daily expenses. So even if the stats increase, it's just expensive. Plus 2% to customer count for this guest book. If you went yesterday, plus 5% to customer count. So this you can start a day if you know what books. Be like, what books do toggle between inside and outside. Okay, I think I should definitely use the books. Does it? I don't color. Wait, okay. Paint the paint side. Just the color of my colors. Does it paint off? Bare color bookshelf for now. I will use this with a pen. Oh, it can go. What is that outside? On the shelf. What is that? What's there? Oh, this is that. Ah. Okay. No. Okay. So, that makes sense. Welcome to Bookstore. Each day you can pick a location to visit on the map. Going to based on expense and parking fees for the location. You spend so much money. I mean, I guess that's right. Small is a lot of money, but expenses. You'll bring more for I think because my fees, my score. Select the genre by clicking it. Stopping your downside to overstocking. That's the only thing I worry about. Click the selected genre in your shelf. Click to place multiple books. Click. Does it actually in your shop? Book within that shop for books on the right. You can remove books from your shelf right, which I don't get rid of mine. Shelves is okay, so you can't. Oh, if I click a book, like, okay, what do I have the most of? I have the most books. I have staying with books, so let's crease this. Only one classic book, which is so tragic. Phyllis's, I guess. And then let's drop. Oh, there's one. I need one more crime, one fantasy. Let's do this. And now I have like a balcony. I mean, is this smart? Because if I went like this on one genre, I have a better chance of sales, but different people want different like second the trap or stings. I'm going to for a first day or a second day. You can interact with things by clicking on them. Let's pick up this buoy. Oh, it cannot store. No items. The store is open, I'm sure. The coastal wildlife of Buxton Bay. We're taking up illustrations of marine animals native to the local bay. You recognize a moon jellyfish with 4 purple circles. You remember being stranded, seeing it on the beach before. The tentacles used to catch plankton but are harmless to humans. You also see an image of a herring gull in flight. It has a characteristically bright orange spot. On some levels, these cabins seem menacing, but they are increasing of their habitats. That is really intelligent. For example, researchers have observed them shoplifting books, presumably using them to nest in. Uh-oh. Is that going to be a problem? Lastly, there's a group of small gray acorn barnacles pictured, shown to look different above and below the water surface. Were you aware that the hard bumps often found on rocks and boats are actually the shells of small arthropods? This is a lot more information than I was expecting. An acorn barnacle's legs poke out from the top once the tide comes in to catch plankton out of the water. fascinating creatures. It feels like you have gained a whole new appreciation for coastal critters today. This book is out of best back later. I think I say soft books. That's can it? No. This is like a invisible wall. Oh, our friend Tilt is in the shop, so she adds to the channel. I forgot the time stops whenever I hover over things. Although you are, I wanted to commend you on how much you've been livening up this place. I'm sure you want to branch out to other places in town now. My friend has a very successful cafe in the town center. I hope to get her to give you a party. Thank you so much. That is very nice of you. Especially time to sleep, so I'll tune out. Bye-bye. Thank you for hanging out. Have a good rest of your night. Again next time. Thank you so much. I will always trust me on these sorts of things. Is decided then the birthday. And then so Till asked me to rent the cafe in town. She accept it. On the topic of showing reviews, I heard her Walter quiet your wagon, one of the local fishers. Why don't you go produce her? He should be back for the same patch. And I go to this very and you recruit me one. That is very nice of you. This is a very sweet old lady. So here, what is I hope to thank you. And as I've done for adjusting my selection. Okay, so it does seem like I'll get change stuff for it. So I can and I can like tailor more details. Total number of books I've sold here, which is a lot for 2 full days. Accessing for more. Nothing. Looks like this page holds that mark my moments. I collect them from introductions to town. Challenge find the dog to unlock. Okay. I can pay good marks to quickly navigate between the different words. Make it easy. See type of right here. I've sold the most of. Okay, you can see items effects in your bookshop. You can surely find opticer. A good customer count. But characters we met and this is what's happened and will happen this season. Nothing's happening until I see more detail, but it's wired. Okay, that's game. Now, I think we'll try. Damn. I failed when I didn't try to just got the boss. Oh, hey, I just oh, I'm alright. New. That's sweet. It's been 2 days burned, but that's nice. Here, I'll show you how to get to Far Beach in case you want to drop by there soon. A spot destination for families. I visit I'm not a beach person myself, but I'm sure the crowd there will need to hear you by. Classic. I got one fact. I got one more. Oh no, this one. I'm bad at chaining. So okay. So I have everything in the hands of failure. Wait, are you still here? Can I talk to you right before I end? You got a good, sturdy vessel there. I have some old items lying around, which I think. Can I see stats? Okay, I can't see the ferry. No. 10%. Natural. My 50% effects. I understand. I guess life really best value for me right now, but I don't really need it. I found some decent cargo onto they in your travel process. Because I have to be careful or I might be outsold by you. Yeah, like 20 time or lifetimes. I can do it if it's still to your they said classic travel, so I'm going to try to stock a little bit more of those going forward. I am looking forward to pushing this start here. Maybe only found you. Okay, I need to find. I didn't mean to turn out the dog of him. So if he's hungry, he might get a little irritated with me. That would make sense. Let's close up for the day. I think I'll do one more day. Because I don't really mean to play now it's like. I'll play it another day. I did a little. Oh, Sam's book. So them. Although you could be learning someone else buying them first. There's competition. Who else is buying books? The season section have a much lower number, so there's no hurry. We're to smash them before the season. You know, but I think on dates in December to freak out. You can point. I'm gonna go to cafe there and eat and find the cheap books, the good books for me, and then books, vintage books. Also have beach. I have this sweet of beach times because it's me. I kind of put myself in a little bit of debt. I feel like I have to be tempted to do that mission, hanging out at the beach. So I back up. Should we get this one? Wow. That is a lot of hit book because I'm afraid I'll use it. I'm going to myself. What? Alright, I'll name the flame. There's a book I got one of. I read what I get, and then I can do this. Got this booty. I hate like my dick would go up. So look. See what it count. The purpose for the on books. This is 12. I just look at them as if enough to just can I put it manage my fees at all. Orphan Square, classic and try. I'm gonna stock up maybe not a fantasy either. I completely chicken because I don't know. So I can remember Orphan Square days. You can also be impacted by unexpected sources like something here. No, not catch. But there's random my books are that nice of your day. I tried now, but I can't do it. Unfortunately, way too on the catch. Anyway, it's a day. For him, I snack. But I do not. Sometimes close people's difficulty for educational friendly and educational exceptional while others are really important to your customer. People believe that shoes if the discs in your shelf are a good fit for your customer. Difficult as your day. Let's look at that. I feel like they want another fact gap information about the book, including a short description. This dry essay. This dummy. I'm 18. Oh, snooze. I'm falling that. Are you kidding me? Published 1849, 222 pages. There is not a single chapter in the verse. This short description date genre on their page person. Yeah. Because what I meant is through fact books since I've got for the life and art distribution of the sculpture and watering. Get ready for knowledge. So I cannot speak. It's an encyclopedia. Finnish design master. Here. It's not all. Is this book? Kid's book. Like represent world. It's just like kind of fantastical. Oh, James and art book. Oh, seems like this is just James. So the thing is, it's emotional, and that's why I'm kind of struggling. It's hard. Find a friendly educational book, maybe like Wikipedia. This is like text. It's the best ones, like the vision of the listener. I go with. Like that's the one, or like your online novel. I did everything from like a non-fiction or a fiction novel. Bring heights, wise, and like book you don't want to take. Reading. Again, I don't know what books are in. I'm thinking this one journey. Teach you something. I'm gonna go with all our. Let's manage so nice to pick. Oh, that's great. I'm mulling over that when I would have been really bummed out. Didn't like it. I was gonna keep showing it. Oh, I did it. Commercials like your customers and 14% per I'm talking for so I keep anymore. Plus 15% off. I very quickly. That did not okay. Enjoy the whole decent money today. 18 on help. Line thought off as fiction page count. Fiction. Maybe that some books can do a different. I hadn't noticed that actually. Maybe I'm just paying attention to that. That doesn't impact how customer perceives the book. I'm just gonna look at every customer. I've been looking at no perception if it's not that I still enjoy. These cross many pages. Maybe one's not bad. Let's go with science fiction. Okay, for like a video book. Blog described as I think I'm more instructive. Yes, sense. The last entry says too long. A couple of pages, which is like the other mention because is I thought it was like a Britannic struggle as American formed. It's good. Such as a fiction novel history. Yeah, it seems nice. There's a little pager. Its first poetry is a classic style. Lots of humor. It doesn't seem sciencey, really. This is like read fantasy vibes. Letter to West. All Japanese values of teaism and let them enrich your life. Agree. He likes to from Charles before time to post-war symmetrical. Oh, I'm forgetting the name. With Slaughter. This is fancy. I gotta keep that in mind. I gotta go with Slaughterhouse Five. I love speculative fiction. It's just someone's favorite. This one, drop it. Right? Because the sun is not a dude. I wanted to look around the that was a kid's book, so try this one. Let's see. Now you pick that way to your liking. Died and I think I kind of down. So it's not that long ago. I don't have anything. It's an option. The books didn't apply, so I can ignore those. Wanted. Oh, I stopped it apply. That's Shakespeare. Action, so. Or to navigate, because you actually know the book. It's good to tell the crime canon, right? Got it. I think my kids would not option. P.S. But if you want those. General did say that anything good travel and totally travel to urban and what I don't want to recommend it. If you only be hard to have here. Okay, necessary. I'm going to you. I'm really gonna get what be the most thing I have. Wikipedia. Get ready for entry one of knowledge. But it's into 10 levels. Good J. Come on. What like it? So yeah. There was like a video on YouTube. That was couple books today. So I'm not even literally the city. Not anything. Oh, never mind. That is so I they always end like I'm ready and stay angry. Join Discord. See if you're the credit I say for a bit over sport. Continue but don't play. Or today they say about it because head back over here. Okay, we're still lagging a itty bitty bit. Oof, okay, more than an itty bitty bit, but it's fine. It's too long. I wish just a little bit on the store page. That was roughly an hour long. Let's see. This one might be one of the ones that are not yet actually. Okay, August 7th is out. Signal you slowly. Didn't know. I didn't intend to. It was just a taste, but like such what it does. That was 2 demos today, which I wasn't expecting, but you know, there's always more games. There's always more demos to find. Doing research on demos is a little hard though, actually, because people don't write reviews on demos as much as I would hope. And not like full a full game or like fully out, like how Tiny Bookshop is also not out either. In August this year, so no any game, the length time it's gonna take you, how they feel about it before it's like officially out. But they were both that I played. I'm trying to do this so that I can make space for other things, but it's not working right now for whatever odd reason. Okay, I can do that. There's no reason to hyper focus on that right now. Anyways, yeah, that was I set out to play. Yes. Tiny bookstore shop. Oh my god, tiny bookshop. So it doesn't fit exactly what I said to. It's on brand with the dose. A little like slap face for how short tiny is. It's okay. I think I will see what I have to say. Well, it doesn't have an official release date. Also, it just says August. So I'll say about it once it gets a release date announced and once people the chance people think it's really really cute. I'm gonna drink water because I haven't had any in like 3 hours. Okay. I wanted to. I had kind of another demo aesthetic day. Here's just do it. It's not even. It's not responding to anything too quickly. To horror esque, like to horror, or spooky. Another day where like I play one, and then if I finish it quickly, I can hop into another one. In terms of like living a theme for a day. So I cozy, I can things that are more scary, but they're not really scary. I don't like scary games. I'm never gonna play an actual scary game. I think the spookiest one I've got is Tiny Delivery Company, and it seems like less like really scary and more like a little bit like psychological, which I don't think is too crazy for me right now. But like outright horror, blood, gore, it's never gonna happen. I can't. I love the cozy ones though. I love the cozy ones and the cozy vibes in the puzzle games. So I'm gonna see if I can try to find some more of those. And if I can get Steam to respond. It says open, but not. Whatever. Uh, but I think that is going to be it for today. That was so cute. I loved both those games so much. You know, it's a good demo where it's like you played it and you don't feel satisfied. But like I am satisfied, like with the games themselves and their plots and their aesthetics and their vibes. But like I want so much more. I feel like I could have just done like one more page of is this he taken? Like that like just one more and it would have been great. And then Tiny Bookshop was like I was really getting into the groove of it. It just kicked me in the face. It just was like, nope, sit down. So that's sad, but like, hey, developers are doing a really good thing if they've developed a game that I want to